The city of Haverhill, Massachusetts, and the broader law enforcement community are grieving the sudden loss of Officer Katelyn Tully, a dedicated member of the Haverhill Police Department, whose commitment and compassion made a deep impression on those she served with and protected. Her passing has left a void that resonates not only among fellow officers, but also throughout the neighborhoods she patrolled and the lives she touched. Though news is still unfolding, Haverhill authorities and the Patrolmen's Association have confirmed that her death does not currently appear suspicious. Yet that only deepens the sorrow, because losing someone who chose a life of public service is always a poignant reminder of the risk and sacrifice that accompany that call. As the community mourns, many are reflecting on who she was, not just as an officer, but as a person of integrity, warmth, and devotion. A life of service, humility, and resolve, Katelyn Tully stood out not through fanfare, but by steadfast dedication. Colleagues remember her as someone who carried her badge with quiet strength and deep empathy. She believed in the purpose behind the uniform, serving people, responding when others needed help, and ensuring that the rules protect all citizens fairly. In her daily work, she showed that the role of a police officer is more than enforcing laws. It is about being a guardian of trust and dignity in a community. The Patrolmen's Association captured much of that spirit when they described her as more than a co-worker, someone they regarded as family. She was praised for her unwavering integrity, her resilience under pressure, and her loyalty to duty, qualities that made her a role model to newer officers and a steady presence for peers. They pointed to her kindness, saying she was caring in her interactions and always willing to lend an ear or a helping hand beyond the calls of duty. In life and in service, Katelyn's influence extended beyond the precinct. Citizens and neighbors often encountered her not just as Officer Tully, but as someone approachable, someone who listened and responded. In many communities, police relations are fraught with tension, but officers like Katelyn remind us of what can unify: respect, compassion, and consistent fairness. The day the badge fell, silent news of her passing broke early one Friday morning when reports of a death on Bartlett Street raised alarm. Initially, details were limited, leaving the public to wonder and wait. Later, her identity was confirmed, and the city watched as a badge draped in mourning became a symbol of communal sorrow. Authorities made clear that no suspicion of foul play has been detected so far. The matter remains under investigation, with the county's district attorney's office and the chief medical examiner involved in reviewing circumstances. While the city holds its breath for clarity, the confirmation of her identity gave shape to grief, turning rumors into reality for colleagues, friends, and the community. Even in uncertainty, the response was immediate and heartfelt. City officials, police leadership, and fellow officers issued statements of condolence and respect. They emphasized her exemplary character, pledged to support her loved ones, and promised that her memory would continue to guide the department's values. In times like this, public acknowledgement becomes a way for a community to come together, mourn, and remember. Reflections from colleagues and community within law enforcement circles, Tully's death is felt as the loss of a sister in arms. Her Patrolmen's Association issued a tribute that spoke not only of her professional strength, but of the personal qualities that endeared her to many. She was remembered as someone whose presence left a lasting impact, whose integrity and loyalty set a benchmark. Her reputation for compassion and kindness extended beyond her uniform, to people she encountered off-duty. Whether responding to crisis, interacting with vulnerable individuals, or offering a listening ear, she embodied the idea that policing is about more than enforcement. It's about humanity in action. Many in the Haverhill community will remember her as someone who bridged the distance between authority and care. In a career often defined by danger and tension, Katelyn's colleagues say her steadiness under pressure stood out. She did not flinch at difficult calls. Rather, she faced them with resolve. For many who served alongside her, she set an example not through showy heroics, but by consistency, doing what needed to be done, helping when help was needed, and treating others with dignity. That lived example becomes part of the legacy she leaves behind. A legacy of honor and challenge, the passing of Officer Katelyn Tully reminds us all of the stakes carried by those who choose public service. Her life is a testament to duty, but also to the fragility of the path she walked. She personified what many citizens hope for in officers: a willingness to protect, a heart that respects, and a presence that reassures. Her memory challenges future generations of law enforcement to act not just with authority, but with empathy. It compels departments to emphasize mental health, peer support, and accountability, not just in times of tragedy, but every day. Her example should shape training, leadership, and community engagement for years to come. For the city of Haverhill, her death will linger as a reminder that the uniform carries weight, not just in law enforcement, but in hope, trust, and vulnerability. But her life also leaves behind a stronger foundation, one built on respect, courage, and connection. Mourning, remembrance, and moving forward as the city grieves, memorials and tributes are forming. Police flags fly at half-mast. Vigils and services are expected, giving community members a chance to gather, mourn, and support one another. For those who knew her personally, memories of her warmth, dedication, and presence serve as anchors in the storm of loss. But remembrance is more than grief, it is action. Those who admire her legacy can carry it forward by fostering better community relationships, supporting public servants' wellness, and encouraging a culture of mutual respect between citizens and police. In honoring her memory, the community may find not only solace, but renewed purpose.